how do you deal with worry and anxiety as a Christian? Well, first, I think we need to recognize what worry and anxiety really are. They're fear about tomorrow or even the next hour. What might happen? What could happen? The reality is we're never in control anyway, are we? We're dependent creatures. We're weak and frail, and we can't predict tomorrow. We can't even predict what's going to happen tonight or next week or next year. We're totally at the mercy of God and what He's up to. And so, isn't it about trusting His plan? The peace of God that passes all understanding. When does that come? Well, it comes when we pour out our hearts to God and we tell Him about our anxiety and we tell Him about our stress and worry. And that peace is the anti-venom to something like anxiety and worry and fear. So ultimately, we have to live life open-handed, recognizing that we need to be willing for anything to happen. I give up my right to control my circumstances so that when the enemy comes at us and tries to hook us, with that fearful thought of what if this happens, our response to that can be, well, you know what? I'm open to that. I'm actually willing for that to happen. I give up my right to control that circumstance. And when we let God know about our concerns, we experience the peace of telling Him and knowing that He listens. Now, of course, there are sometimes physical roots to worry and anxiety. And if that's the case, you need to seek medical advice. There's no magic wand in being a Christian that would eliminate some sort of physical ailment that you might have. Worry and anxiety and all of those emotions that we might experience, usually they're tied to a circumstance. But if they're not tied to a circumstance and they're a constant for months and years, you may have a physical issue that you need to get checked out. But when it comes to the gospel and how Jesus speaks into our worry and our anxiety, it's the peace of God that is the remedy for all of that. And how do we enjoy that peace? Well, again, we've got to talk to God, but even further, we need to know about His goodness, that we can trust Him, that we're safe within His limitless love, that He's got us, even tomorrow. We can't control anything, but He's in control of everything. And that's where we find our peace.